Hi, and welcome to What Are We Thinking? Today is November 1st, and in Chicago, that means it's starting to get cold, so it is time to winterize our engines. So the reason we like to winterize our engines is more as a fail-safe. We always have a heater plugged in the engine room, and that keeps the water lines flowing. It also just helps to keep up the boat entirely because it's underneath our salon, our main living area. So just having that radiant heat helps the general heating of the boat. Now, we've also had issues where we've lost power, and so what if that happened in the winter? We want to make sure that none of our lines and our engines don't freeze. So this spring, we actually lost power for 5.5 weeks. So it was great to have the engines winterized, so we didn't have to worry about that issue. Now, a regular engine in a car has antifreeze running through it, so you don't have to worry about that with a car. But with a boat engine, all it does is it uses the water that it's sitting in to run through the engine to keep it cool. So we have to replace that water with antifreeze, so that's what we're going to do today. So the first step is to turn on both engines. We have 2 engines on Cygnet, and get them up to operating temperature. We want to make sure that the thermostat opens up all the way before we go through this process. So now we're going to let them run for a good 10 minutes to fully warm up before we put the antifreeze in. So the engines have been running and now they're fully up to temperature. So the first thing that we have to do is close this seacock. The next step is to check our strainer basket and make sure it isn't full of crud. So we're going to open this up right here. Now, that's pretty clear. There's a little bit of sediment down on the bottom, so I'm going to clean that out and make sure that we're free and clear here. And now I'm going to set up my gallons of antifreeze by making sure that they're all opened up, so I'm ready to go when we have the engines running. We've learned over the years that 3 gallons is about right for this engine. And this antifreeze that we're using is just regular RV antifreeze. It's pretty inexpensive. It also is safe to drink, so we know that it's not toxic if it goes into the water. So now Kevin went upstairs to the helm to start the engines once I'm ready. First of all, I am going to put my hair back because I have a lot of hair and they're going to be moving belts right by my head, so I don't want to get that caught. So now I have my antifreeze ready to go. So Kevin, start the engines. So that antifreeze is all in there. Kevin stopped the engines, and one thing you can see that we were doing is communicating by phone because he's a little far away from me, and then with these loud engines there's no way that we could communicate. I'm using my phone to record this video, so I also have an Apple Watch that can call, and that's a good way to communicate. So now you can see the line's full of antifreeze, so all I'm going to do is close this one up and then move to the other engine. One last step we need to do now that both engines are winterized. First, we take the keys out, and then we add a little note reminding ourselves that it has been winterized. So before we start the engines again, we need to open the seacocks. Put that note right where the key belongs, just so we don't forget. And there you have it. That's how you winterize engines. It's a pretty simple process. Really only takes about a half an hour, but you do need 2 people, so you have 1 person in the engine room and then 1 person starting the engines. That's about it.
Thanks for watching this video, and if you liked it, hit that like button and please subscribe to our channel. It means a lot to us. Thanks very much.
See you guys soon.